Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Light Up TV and Podcast. I am your host, Adera Angelucci, and I couldn't be more excited to welcome you all today because it is Women's Entrepreneurship Day, November 19th, and I have got a group of amazing women entrepreneurs with me on this call. Christianne, Beth, Jeannette, Emily, Anita. We've got everything from speaker, coaches, photographers, financial planners, and of course, me, your video and marketing guru. And we're here today to talk about women entrepreneurship. So get in, gather in. We're going to be here for 10 minutes. Let's get going. Jeannette, tell me why you're an entrepreneur.
The main reason is I like control. And so when you work for someone else, you have no control. But the other piece to it is because of my natural design, I get bored really easy. And being able to be an entrepreneur, there is always something new to do, everything from the finances to the marketing. And my learning curve allows me to learn those things as I go. So those are the main reasons why.
And those things can take over our life at the same time. And us as
Yes.
women need to learn how to somehow have it incorporated in our everyday life design. I love how you mentioned human design because Christiane was working on that too. Emily, why do you love your entrepreneurship journey?
Well, I spent a lot of years working in the bank and credit union system, and I was successful, but I was making all the money for the banks and the credit union and not for myself. I was on a limited salary paycheck with maybe a bonus. And so being on my own, I get to control how much money I make for myself rather than making it for shareholders.
Perfect. Beth, tell us a little bit about the struggle of an entrepreneur, not only of the workload that comes with it, but there's other things too.
Oh, yeah. One of the reasons I became an entrepreneur, same as lots of people have said already, is just, that freedom of schedule. But one of the biggest challenges early in my career, I think, was just the aloneness of being a
Mhm.
solo entrepreneur and just feeling isolated and having to just sort of figure everything out on my own. So I think being alone was really hard for me. And, even like this time of year, it's Christmas, no staff party. So, that's when I started the I don't have a staff party tradition. So that I invite all my entrepreneurs to party with me at Christmas.
I love that. I've seen those photos. You guys have such a great time, you gals. Amazing. And tell me, Christiane, how long you've been in business and why you took the leap into entrepreneurship.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've been a solo entrepreneur for about 6.5 years. And before that, I was a teacher, like 17 years. And I loved it. But I was just tired of doing the same all the time. So I can relate to all of you, the newness, the change, the something different. And I just thought I had more to give. And quite frankly, I felt being in a system super stifling because you're just tied by these rules and red tape. So for me, I just wanted to not be tied and see all the amazing things I could do. And I didn't know any of the things that I didn't know how to do until now I'm here.
I know. I think you were saying like we like claw our way through like trying to figure out our website like edits, and we try so hard to do all of these things that like we literally didn't get into business to do, right? Like we just want to do the
Oh,
thing we're great at.
Yeah.
Anita, talk to me a little bit about how your business has shifted over the years because you're a photographer. I mean, you take photos, but like how has that, I don't know, evolved over time?
Yeah, well, I've been in business for 25 years. So when I first started, I did everything. I worked with anyone who wanted to work with me. I photographed any couple that wanted me to do their wedding. And then once I learned who my ideal client was and who my target market was, and I honed in on that, I started manifesting all like the most beautiful people that I got to work with. And that then was able to create beautiful work with the right people.
Tell me, ladies, how long does it take us to actually hone in? Because I'm at 14 years and I'm still taking everything I can get. It's a very hard thing to do to say no,
Yeah.
but who's good at it here?
Well, what I feel is that once I've learned, I like those are the people that are my
Mm-hmm.
clients without even
Mm-hmm.
having to say no to too many people. Like
Right.
it's just those are the people like that I'm attracting that are reaching out to me.
I
once I've
understand
like
that.
honed in exactly who I am like great at working with, those are the people that I get to work with.
Totally. And it's like a confidence too that kind of comes once we've done this for enough times for people and they've had a good experience and we've loved the experience and we're like, oh, this is kind of where I'm meant to be here because there's so many options. Do you ever feel just overwhelmed with the amount of things we could do? Or were you always very clear that like this was your area of niching? No.
Yeah.
Kind of going off script.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me, I just want to know if anyone else has, I mean, it sounds like we all have the same struggles. Yeah, Christianne?
You want us to jump in, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I always felt like I knew exactly what I wanted to do. Like I always wanted to teach and I loved it, but I knew I wouldn't always want to do that. And then I naturally fell into coaching. It's like all the best things of teaching and I love coaching. And I feel like I'm in exactly where I should be. So knowing what I want to do isn't the hard part. It's how to get there. That's the hard part. Like how to create the website, how to do the marketing, how to do the back end, how to do the mountainous load of zone of incompetence tasks
Right.
that's the struggle for me.
And even too now, you're elevating into more speaking and workshops. So it just never changed. I always say being an entrepreneur is like the biggest spiritual and personal discovery journey that you never even knew you were on. And how much do you love, though, supporting other women in business? Like it is my absolute joy. Being around women who have creativity, who are inspired to change the way that they see the world, who have a message and a real vision and just this fire, or I call it the light in you that you feel like you want to share with others and you want to do it in your way with the thing that you feel like you're here to give. And I can't get behind those people enough. Why do you love to support women in business? Beth, I'll go to you.
I mean, there's so many reasons. I just think, it's just an easy yes if I see somebody doing something that I think is amazing. And I think often women get a, bad rap that we're supposed to be these catty, judgy, competitive, what I find the absolute opposite. I'm at a party for women, she looks fantastic. I'm like, oh my God, you look amazing, or someone's doing something amazing. I am vigilante. I'm vigilante about everything. Like I see a movie, I want to talk about it. I read a book, everybody's got to read it. And I find the same thing, like even just last week, there was my daughter sent me to this beautiful treatment to this woman who did this wellness. I don't know. It was like an hour and a half of just with my head. I can't even talk about how you felt after you left this treatment. And now I can't stop talking about her. Like already 5 of my friends have already booked in to see her. So that's how I am. I love collaborating with women, working with women. And if they're doing something that's fabulous, I love promoting them.
Oh, you're just the best. Do you all feel that same way, or do you want to add anything else to supporting women?
Sorry,
go ahead.
Sorry, it's okay. I just feel really inspired too when I am working with women and you do hear their story and like even listening to you guys, understanding that we all have the same struggles. Because sometimes, like what Beth said about being lonely, that has been a huge thing for me. And hearing you say that, I'm like, okay, like it's not just me. Like it really is something. So just being able to talk to people and share stories and learn and be inspired is why I love working with entrepreneurs.
So good.
I think for me, I've worked in male-dominated industries most of my entire working life. And so I've always been the female in the corner cheering on other women to be successful. And so it's a natural carryover. And like when you can recognize them doing skills well, they look fantastic, whatever sincere compliment you can give can really change someone's day. And recommending services of others, of course, I mean, what a huge help. The picture weareth the crown, be the one who helps fix the tag sticking out of the shirt or the crooked crown, right? We need to be that support for each other.
So beautiful. Does anyone else have any last words before I thank you very much for being here? Yeah, Emily.
I just wanted to say I relate to that working in a male-dominated industry. And sometimes it's just, I need to remind myself that like 75 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to run businesses because we couldn't have bank accounts on our own and things like that.
Crazy.
So It's a pretty incredible thing that all of us are entrepreneurs and are able to do that and are successful. And it's exciting that we get to support each other to do it.
Mhm.
Yay. And I just want to thank you all for supporting me and then me returning that support back to you. It's just such a beautiful way of doing life. And I don't feel alone in my business because I have so many amazing women entrepreneurial friends that I get to hash it out with and create parties with and create community with. And we're a special breed because we are in it for doing well and having our dreams come true with whatever those financial or fulfilling life ideas are that we have for ourselves. But it's also, we do it because we have something that we want to bring to the world that uplifts them, that brings a new perspective and creates their life in a way that feels really good to them, so that we can all be kinder and more respectful to one another, no matter who you are, a woman, man, or non-binary. I don't care. I just want you to love your life and feel supported. So thank you, women, for being here with me today, and happy Entrepreneurial Day to us.
Happy Entrepreneur Day.